Beautiful people, spontaneous here. Today, Trinidad and Tobago really made history. The first woman president in Trinidad and Tobago. Right across there in Napa, part of the ceremony is taking place. But you know what I want to talk to us today about? I want to talk to us today about the fact that we can do anything. The Word of God said that we can prosper and be in health even as our souls prosper. Guess what? I heard a story today. I listened to a woman called Janine Lee Shepard, a cyclist. She is an Olympian, or was an Olympian at the time, and she ski as well too, you know. But her teammates, they were heading up a place where they had to go from one place to the next. So she loved the mountains. It's somewhere in Australia. She loved the mountains, right? And on the way going up, as she would say, the most beautiful thing for her would be to see the mountains, and she would have been paying attention to that while she riding going up. And all of a sudden, it became dark and painful. You know what had happened? She was hit by a moving truck. Her body was disfigured beyond. She had to have surgery. For 10 days, she was battling between life and death situations. She came out of the surgery good enough, fair enough. She said she was able to wiggle her toes. So she said, hey, I think I will still go to the Olympics. But you know what? The doctors told her, Janine, you will never walk again. You'll be paralyzed. You will have to use a catheter. You won't be able to walk. And she was like, excuse me? I live to do this. My whole life, this is what I wanted to do. You telling me that this accident going to stop me from doing that? I'm going somewhere with this story. She said, nah. Listen. Inside of there, she made friends with those who were lying next to her. You know, she became friends with people that she couldn't see. Because when you have a spine injury, the only thing you lie down on is looking up. So you're having conversation with the persons next to you that you don't know, and you ain't having a frivolous conversation, you know. You're conversing of life after the situation. And they became friends. You know what part of the surgery was for her? They had to cut her body in half. When I heard that, I cringed because I could hardly take the smell of blood. So when I heard that, I was like, what? This woman's body was cut in half. They had to deal with the bones. They had to deal with the cut across here with her skull showing. They had to deal with the gravel on the inside of her body. They had to deal with all the broken bones. And she know that she want to continue in the life she's accustomed to. But after the surgery, on the way out, the nurse told her, said, Janine, something is going to take place with you when you go home. You're going to get depressed. She says, like, Janine, the machine, going to be depressed? Nah. She said, listen, it happens because you're here in this environment. In this environment, it's like, you know, everybody has a problem and everybody going through this something. But when you go home, you're going to go back to normalcy. You're going to go back to what you normally see around you. And they're going to realize that they cannot just jump up and go. Janine said, you know what? I went home and she was right. I got depressed. The story continues when Janine was wheeled out of her home. And Janine saw a plane flying. And Janine said, you know what? If I can't walk, I will fly. Janine had to rethink this. Well, I mean, she was placed in a position where she had to do something different. But she didn't know what it was. Because, I mean, to reach that stage of being an Olympian, you had to be doing some hard work, right? So Janine said, you know what, I'm going to call this place. I'm going to enroll. I'm going to be a pilot. And she wasn't even thinking about, well, I know I have to pass a medical. The fact is, I really can't even walk. When she went to enroll, they see this woman coming with the catheter, walking over however she could walk, because at the time she had to learn how to walk again. She started walking. There were times when she had to have 2 people to lift her up to walk. And then there were times when she had 1 person to lift her up to walk. And then there were times she was using the furniture to walk. Because why? She recognized that what was going on with her couldn't change, but she had to change on the inside. She was using her body all the time, as she said, to do the things that she was doing. And she feel that her life was built around that. She, as man not feel, but her life was built around that. And that she couldn't do nothing else. But she realized, sitting on that wheelchair, she had to do something else with her body in a cast, your probably neck in a brace, and said, wait a minute, Janine have to do something else. Janine decided she's going to fly. When she reached, they said, ma'am, they make us spin and come back. The fellas who were doing the training, they went outside and started to pick straws. You go and trainer, you go and trainer, you go and trainer, you go and trainer, me, no, you. Anyway, let's say his name is Andrew. I don't know his name, can't remember. But Andrew came out and said, Janine, are you ready? Let's go. They went up. They had to probably lift her up in a particular way and get her inside. When she went inside there was a point where she had to use her feet to navigate. She told the fellow, well, I really can't use my foot, you know. He was like, okay. She said, but I could use my hands. Hear her. He said, you see those mountains there? I want you to do a turn, you're going to pass by those mountains, and so on. And can you do that? She said, yes, I can. Janine almost cried to realize that is where her journey started, because that was the same mountain she was looking at when the accident took place. She up in the air, flying now, passing by the same mountain. What am I saying? I am saying to you that network marketing is a way that we can network ourselves to better health and wealth. Why am I saying this? I'm giving her story because some of us are sitting down on our jobs, believing that that is the way to go. Some of us are sitting down there knowing that we are in constraints and confines. Not only a job. Whatever you're doing, you find it may not be enough. You want to get into a place of more than enough. I want to encourage you today because there is no recession online. I am encouraging you today to sow. And if you believe that you can, you will. And if you believe you can't, you won't. Listen, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, Amila. I said, girl, what I'm talking to you about is just a formula, you know. It is a formula that will take you from point A to point B. If you decide that you could find some friends who will work with you, and even if they're not your friend, they could still work with you. And in 2 weeks, you can actually have the return on your investment. Why am I talking about this? Because I have been interviewing people and finding out what they want to do. A lot of people want to do their own business. They want to do their own business. That doesn't mean they have to find some kind of capital of which they don't have. The kind of capital they're looking for, they don't have. I am telling you today, I'm not looking for 100,000. I'm not looking for 20,000. I'm not looking for 50,000. I'm not looking for even 5,000. And that isn't TT. For those of you who are listening here, that was TT dollars I just called there. If you're in another country, I could call it in US. $327 US could start your business. And you know you have to maintain your business. You have lights, you have water, you have to go to work, you have to put on your clothes, you have to eat, you understand? To maintain your business is a little $60 US. If you want change, you can change. I am saying to you, 6 persons doing this wealth building business. Together we could do it. I don't want to hear I can't. If you're saying you can't, then you is not the person I'm looking for. So here's what I'm saying. I was saying before, everything has a formula. A formula that works. We are in a no fail, no excuse. No barriers, no walls, no boundaries, no excuses. No barriers, no walls, no boundaries, no excuses. I am here to let you know that if you want to change your life, you can change your life. If you want to change your financial situation can be changed. Entrepreneurship is not about a money set, it is about a mindset. And whatever it is that you're looking for to get yourself into the next place can be done. I am saying to you today, we have a fail-proof business. You know what is a fail-proof business? This business is actually going to be able to teach you what to do while you earn. I am saying, listen, let us network ourselves together to find our space and place in this world. Janine got up and she recognized that she would not be able to do that which she was accustomed to doing, but she was able to find something that she can do. She could fly. You know what she did? She continued. She went through. She was able to pass the physical. Say pass the physical. She passed the physical under that condition. And she went in there knowing that she had to pass the physical and know she was not physically fit, but she went anyway. You know what happened after that? Every single training that she went through, she went with flying colors. Janine even learned how to fly thing upside down. Somebody say upside down. Why? Because when you're in combat and you're in battle, you have to do that. You know what happened with Janine? Janine became one of the trainers and or tutors, whatever they call them, to show people how to fly. You hear what I say? So if you want change today, and you saying, this is not for me, okay, I will find somebody else who will say, this is for me. I want to say today, to anybody listening here, get up and let us do this together. There is no recession online. You want a saw? We're talking about sawing and you can't even fly. Hello? It's time to even stop flying and saw. Beautiful people. We have the first woman president across, well, let me turn my back so you'll see across. I can't see in the darkness so much, but behind me it's going on. The first president, lady, female, right? On this side, we have the first most successful woman in network marketing in Trinidad and Tobago. Beautiful people, we cannot do it alone. We have the fortitude. Listen, you have it in you. You have it in you. Do you believe? What you believe about yourself this morning, or this evening, or tonight, whenever you're looking at this video, what you believe. If you believe you can, you will. And if you believe you can't, you won't. I want to say to us today, get up